Okay, so I'm just going to be giving you guys my personal take on buying children's clothes, especially in the younger years. So we're talking infant to 2 or 3 years old. Me personally, now this is my advice to you. You do not have to take it. It is a take it or leave it kind of situation. You don't have to follow it. This is just my recommendation because I very naively thought I would use all of the clothes that I went out and bought, and I never did. When your child is super young, so we're talking littles, infant to like 3 years old, because they develop so rapidly, especially in that first year, don't go out and buy a ton of super expensive clothes unless you can really afford to and you just have the money to waste. If you don't, do not prioritize really luxurious clothes, or I guess just a lot of clothes, if that makes sense. Do what I do, which over the course of several months, I will collect about 10 to 15 outfits, and then everything else will be bought by somebody else. So like my mom, my husband's mom, maybe my brother or my father will go out and buy him clothes. So like he's got 6 long sleeve t-shirts right there. This is a jacket that's actually going to be going in his memory section, just like these two at the front. So his little turkey outfit from Thanksgiving and his beginning jacket that was North Face. And this is his rain jacket that we just talked about earlier. And this is a jacket that's way too big for him. But these ones right here are what's left over from his winter collection. And these are just in case, you know, the weather starts getting cold again, since it is April and it is kind of off and on again raining. I have started buying his short sleeve outfits, but like I said, what I do is I buy about 10 to 15 outfits, and then the rest are from family and friends. I'm not going to sit here and buy a ton of clothes that he is not going to stay in for long periods of time. So like this very first shirt, that's from my mom. That next shirt, that's a play shirt, that's from me. That next shirt is from my mom. That's from me, and that was on sale. This is a bodysuit from when he was younger. That's from me. It's a play shirt, just like that one. This was an outfit that my mom bought him. This was a onesie that came with that original jacket. That's a dress shirt that my mom bought him. This is an outfit my mom bought him, and that's an outfit that we bought him. I see this because of how rapidly your children are going to develop. Just buy them a handful, maybe a week or 2 weeks worth of play clothes. So 10 to 15 outfits, maybe 20 if you really want to push it. Tops and bottoms, and then of course a ton of socks, because you will run through those socks, you will lose half of them, you will have no idea where they are. And then buy maybe 1 or 2 really nice outfits for outings. So if you want to do pictures, if you're going to church, if you have a get together, like a family gathering. So for Bear, I have 1 Oxford, 2 Oxford. So we have one in white, we have one in blue. And then he has his picture outfit for this weekend. And then these back here are actually sizes that are bigger than what he is. So these are for next winter, but they were on sale for like $3, so I went ahead and bought them. Down here, you're going to see that I actually have a ton of nightgowns. Most of these nightgowns I did not buy. So I bought maybe 5 or 6 nightgowns, and then I left it at that because he does not need more than 5 or 6 nightgowns. A, he can reuse them night after night, and B, he is going to outgrow them so quickly that I'm really not going to need nearly as many as I think I will. Like I said, socks, you always want tons and tons and tons of socks, because as you can see with my little pile here, you will be losing them fairly regularly. This is his pants and short drawer. So I've already taken most of these out just because I donate his clothes that he doesn't fit in anymore. So the clothes that he won't be using anymore, I put at a maternity store. They have a angel box out front, so anybody can take or leave whatever they want to. And that's what we do with his old clothes. I do not sell them. I do not donate them to Goodwill. I just try to make sure that another mom in our community can actually, you know, have stuff on hand that she might need. So most of these are already gone. They're already in his bag for donation. And then I have gloves because I bought a ton of gloves, as well as his swimsuit. So that's his first swimsuit. He will be getting one more swimsuit. And then these are all of his underwear. So these are his briefs. These are his briefs. Those are his boxers. And then down here, he has his puppy pads, is what we're going to call them. And up under here are his shoes. That's not all of his shoes. He does actually have more. So he's got his Sperry's. He's got a pair of Spider-Man light-up shoes. He got a pair of Crocs that look like crocodiles. Up here he has Spider-Man nighttime shoes. In our living room right now, he has his rain boots and his tennis shoes. He has other shoes. I just can't remember where they are or what they are. But he has a ton of shoes because I go out and buy him shoes, and then my mom goes out and buys him shoes. So we're just kind of always alternating between who's buying shoes this time and what kind of shoes we're buying, if that makes sense. He is about to be getting a new pair of sandals because we will be going out of town in June. So he needs a pair of sandals for when we go to the beach. But I just want to make sure that y'all are fully aware that whenever you're buying clothes for your kids, they will be outgrowing them so quickly. The only reason why we buy the shoes so heavily now, which we did not in the beginning, he only had 2 pairs of shoes in the beginning. I did not buy him any crib shoes at all. I bought him just regular shoes for whenever he could actually start walking and he could be, you know, out and about. The reason why we buy them so heavily now is because he's actually staying to one size for a lot longer than he originally did. Originally, he was not staying in one size for very long. He was moving up so quickly that it was really pointless for me to sit there and spend $20, $30 for one pair of shoes and then have like 5 or 6 of them, and he's never wearing any of them. So all of these down here are actually in his size or a size larger. Like these ones right here, the Crocs, are in his size. The Sperry's are in a size larger, and so are the Spider-Man shoes. His tennis shoes in the living room, those are his size. The Sperry's that are rain boots for him that my mom got him, those are actually a size, I want to say smaller, but they still fit him. His toes aren't cramped in them yet, but I am going to be donating those as well because he's outgrowing them and he's going to need a new pair anyways. So, but just keep in mind when you're buying your kids clothes, don't buy a ton of outfits. Don't make them super expensive. They outgrow them so quickly that it's really pointless. Don't buy a ton of baby shoes unless you just have the excess money. It's really pointless. You're not going to get to wear them. Like, they're not wearing them a ton. I can promise you that. As much as you think they will, they won't. So just keep that in mind whenever you're sitting there and you're buying your kids' clothes and shoes in the toddler years.